Part 3, porn isn't the real addiction. You now don't feel shame. You now understand that sexual energy is the same as masculine energy, and you're channeling that energy into good, into love. We're at a really good place. But there's one last thing you need to understand. And I was stuck here for a couple years because I didn't understand this. I was so close for a long time. There was like just something I was missing. So, and this might not be the same for everyone, but this is what I needed to hear. So I'm going to tell you. Nobody really has a lust or a porn addiction. Okay? That doesn't exist. I know you already think I'm crazy, but hear me out. What addiction does exist is the need to feel desired, chosen, and strong. We all want to be desired. We all want to feel chosen, and we all want to feel strong. And the need for that is an addiction. And it's not a bad thing you want to feel those, right? But that's the addiction. Porn tricks you into feeling desired. It tricks you into feeling chosen. And it tricks you into feeling strong. Because when you're desired and chosen, you're strong. That's the addiction. You're not actually addicted to the porn or to whatever. You're addicted to that feeling of desire and being chosen. A lot of us men are taught that in order to feel desired, strong, and to be chosen, we need to provide something, right? We have to do something to society to earn love. It feels conditional. That is not true. That is how it feels sometimes, and that's okay that you feel that way. But that is not true. You are desirable. You're worthy of being chosen, and you are strong. And you need to believe that from within. This is the part of the video, or of my whole 4 parts. I really can't help you fix that deeper wound because this comes from a deeper wound inside you. Right? Personally, I won't go into specifics, but I had to talk to my inner child and really find the points where he felt undesirable, unlovable, unchosen, and weak. We all have those moments in our life where we learned that about us. And I had to really dive, and it helps to get professional help to do this. But you dive deep into that, and you'll find those emotions in you. They're inside of you somewhere. You don't realize it, but you'll feel them come out and leave you when you do the proper work. I can't tell you how to do that. I can tell you what I did, but that's a whole nother video. But if you name it correctly, like people will go to porn addiction therapists, and I've never actually been to one, but I don't even know what they say, but they probably just talk about like porn and how to have self-control. You need to figure out why you don't feel desired, chosen, and strong. That's the actual problem. Because when you figure that out, the thought of porn and lust is not very attractive because it used to give you that. And now you get that from within, you get that from yourself. And it's actually like, I don't want to watch porn. It's like, it totally changes everything because that's the real addiction. It's not, I just need to have more self-control, or I'm just bored, or I don't have purpose. I mean, purpose matters too. And like sometimes it is from just being bored or lonely. But yeah, that's really the addiction you have. And your addiction to porn or lust is just showing you that. You just didn't realize that. You think I just have an addiction to lust. That's it. Besides that, I'm a good guy. And you are a good guy. Spend some personal time and really figure out, where does this feeling of being unloved come from? And you need to figure out how to make yourself feel desired, chosen, and strong. Find the wound, attack it with self-love and forgiveness. That's just the theme of this whole thing. You need to have self-love and forgiveness for those things. You might have done something really stupid in the past that made you feel weak. And that's okay. Because when you did that, you didn't have the knowledge you have now. Now you have a lot more knowledge, but back then you didn't. Just let it be. Just move on. Just detach from that. Right? No, and don't look for other people to fill this void. We get addicted to porn and lust to fulfill that desire, to feel desired, chosen, and strong. Another thing men get addicted to is girlfriends. Sometimes those turn into wives. I'm all for marriage, but without realizing it, a lot of us men will use the woman to fulfill our real addiction. We want to feel desired. We want to feel chosen. And we'll find someone who will do that. And then you'll notice like you'll have a problem with lust. You'll get in a relationship and you don't really have a problem with lust anymore. You get out of a relationship, now you have a problem. And then like in the relationship, every time things are going bad, you have a problem with lust. Whenever she doesn't want to have sex and stuff, all of a sudden you start having problems with lust again. When it's the summer and she's ovulating, you don't have problems with lust anymore. That's because the problem isn't lust. The problem is you want to be desired, chosen, and strong. And you should. You should want to be desired, chosen, and strong. And you're worthy of being desired, chosen, and strong. But you just didn't realize you're going about it in the wrong way. That's all. And so you need to really attack that deep wound or deep belief you have in yourself. And when you do that, right, when you feel desired, chosen, and strong from within, you'll notice with your girl, she desires you more, she chooses you more, and she thinks you're stronger because you already think those things about yourself. It does make it better, right? Women amplify everything, or your partner will amplify how you feel. You already feel like, oh, I'm desired. They're just going to make you feel even more desired. So it's even better. But they're not filling the void. They're amplifying what's there. That's the key difference. Women love to amplify what's there. They don't like to fill the void. And sometimes they're filling the void and they think they're amplifying. And then that's why there's so many relationships that just fall off. And then that's also why when your woman does things you don't like, you'll take it so hard because that it's all of your self-worth is tied up in your woman, right? Don't blame her. Don't blame your parents. Don't blame anyone but yourself. And it's not even a blame thing. Forgive yourself, but don't blame anyone else. You now know this, and now you have the opportunity to change, right? You didn't know this before, but now you do. That's okay. Bada bing, bada boom.